Hey everyone, Shane from Cali Domestique. You might recognize me from such films as Where Did This Bike Receipt Come From? Or How Do We Get Another N Plus No? So today we are up at Bear Divide picnic area and we're going to ride up Magic Mountain Wilderness. It's about 32 miles of closed road. It'll drop us over into Little T. We'll go past the Nike missile base from the Cold War. I will be mic'd up for this ride, so let's see what we can get. All right, let's go. So we'll be heading on the Santa Clara Divide Road at the top of Sand Canyon / Bear Divide. It does drop into Little Tahunga and out to Foothill if we would have made a right from the vehicle. We've had a lot of rain the last little bit, so we'll see how washed out this is. So much more green than last time I was out here. Looks like we have some moto up here. Let's see what we got.
I don't think you can get through there, but
What's that?
you're going to have a hard time getting through those bulldozers that are blocking it.
Are they? I can walk and carry this. That might be.
Yeah, and then it turns into a very narrow walking path with a straight.
Oh,
On a bicycle,
that's a big washout, right? They fixed it a couple years ago, and it.
huge pit
It's
now.
gone.
Dang, they put so much money into that for a road that nobody uses. Yeah, I haven't been up here in a long time, so I think they had just finished the embankment. But
Yeah, no, it's gone.
all right, I'll see. Thank you guys for the heads up. All right, so I don't know if you heard that or not, but there was a big washout a few years ago and they rebuilt it. Thought they put a secure embankment in. I know that got washed out, but with all the recent rain, we'll see what happens. I don't feel like doing a rock slide today, but we'll see. Such a cool road. You usually don't see anybody on this. It does take you to an old Nike missile base. If memory serves me correct, I believe there's about 7 or 8 along the entire coast of California. And they were designed in preparation for the Cold War, just in case the USSR, Russia, decide to attack. My favorite one is off the 118 in Simi Valley. LAPD SWAT, they do some training up there. There's an abandoned bus with bullet holes riddled through it. And last time I was up there, you could actually get underground to the bunkers where the missiles would come out of the ground. But we'll see. Beautiful road out to the left, snakes up and around for Bear Divide. Ooh. It is washed out quite a bit. Obviously they can't make it on a dirt bike, but we got a gravel bike. A pink gravel bike should get us up and around. See what they were talking about. If I go far enough, this does drop you out into Indian Springs Canyon, which allows you to come down to Soledad Highway down towards Acton. Looking at a map though, it seems fairly steep. No guarantees this will work for me today, but We'll see. We'll do our best. I'm glad you're here for the ride. I also usually don't talk this much when I'm doing my riding. So forgive me if I'm a little out of breath. All right, she's washed out. Yeah, thanks for all the California rain. Let's get a photo of this so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Looks like I can get around. It's not as bad as it had been from other photos. I don't think I'll ride it though. Although that'd be some cool footage. Get a selfie. Let me see if I can edit this out. All right, got it. Give me some time to catch my breath. Oh, that's a steep hill. Yeah. I mean, I could get out if I slid down there, but looks like they have some orange markers where they want you to stay inside. Any more rain, this we're gonna be losing ground, but you can see where the road was washed out. And it's a shame, they just repaved it, but we're out, gosh, 300 feet of road was washed away, and that's got to be at the bottom now. Oh man, now we have this to contend with. Sandbags, no people crossing. Glad I'm on a bike. Let's see. This is going to be more of a hike-a-bike. How soft are these? Oh, they're rideable. Oh man, that's going to be super loose. I'm just going to go around this corner and see what we can get. Yeah, that road was washed right away. Well, you know what? I'm glad you guys are coming along. I'm glad I got to explore this. The beauty about gravel bike riding is you never know what's going to happen. I love it. This is turning into a Strava hike. I wonder what they have underneath here. These tarps are probably, that road's kind of built up. I wonder what they're doing. Maybe they're securing. There is more rain in the forecast. We're lucky we got off the hook on Friday. It's supposed to be 50% chance, and it was one of the most beautiful days we had in a while. But I'm gonna go around this bend. Hopefully we're in the clear. I'm not too worried about being up here with the no walking or people crossing sign, because this is all public lands. It's all the Bureau of Land Management, BLM. BLM matters. Oh, this is one of my nicest switchbacks. Oh, that was a fun one. Let me turn around here. Yeah, this used to be a cool little switchback. I think we should be in the clear after this. And then it's all broken pavement. I still don't know why I come out here by myself. My first ride ever, I came up here and there was a fellow enjoying nature as the way he came out of the womb, buck naked. I mean, He must have put suntan lotion on places I've never even dreamed of putting suntan lotion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're out. I gotta figure out how to get down from here now. How is this steep? Let's go. So I missed the rock cobbler 12.0 in Bakersfield last weekend. So this is the closest thing I've got. Oh, these sandbags, hopefully they stop. But that's gonna put a bit of a damper in my speed coming back down. This is a steady climb up and up and up. Then once we turn around our halfway point, out and back, it's down, down, down. All right. Good morning.
You had a bit more of a challenge than we did.
That's, at least I got through though. Some motorbikes had to turn around. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, we got some. All right. No, he wasn't the naked man, if that's what you're thinking. No recognizable distinctions to let me know if that was him or not. And it wasn't a cold day when I saw him, so. This road used to be super, super chill. I want to say back in 2015, I rode this on a road bike, and it wasn't even, it's in so much disrepair right now. But hey, Mother Nature taking back the land, reclaiming it. This would be such a cool ride. I'll try to stop, if the sign's still here, I believe it was like 33 miles. I mean, that's not a short road, that's 51 kilometers. You got some nice private roads right now. I got some sealant, 2-ounce bottle of Stan's. I've got my 6 Plus electronic air pump. Got some electrolytes and fuel by Fitter Fuels by Fitter.fit. Beautiful day. February 16th. Shorts and sleeves. Short sleeves. We're just 1 mile in, and half of that was a hike. I'm riding my pink berry, purple, whatever you want to call it, Canyon Grizl 7, aluminum 1x. Back's got 42. This thing's been a great bike. I've only ever seen one other color in person. That was when we raced Mammoth Tough. I did the 40-mile loop, averaged just over 12 miles an hour, and so fun. GPS kept me on course because there's some turns. It's riding solo. Hopefully this microphone's only picking up my voice and not the creaks of my bike. She's being punished today. Or at least not picking up me being winded. Climbed 359 feet, just over a mile. 9%. Clipping her along at 6 miles an hour. I don't think you can hear, but I got some AC/DC playing on the headphones. This will be fun coming down. It doesn't look like they put sandbags past that initial point, so that's good. I do get cell phone notifications up here if that's what you're wondering about. I think they've improved the towers, just because I remember it was a dead zone way back when I did this. Phone said 5G when I parked, which would have been SOS previously, and I just got a notification on my Apple Watch, so it would be spotty, but at least you can find it. I'm filming today with the DJI wireless mics. Love those things. They pair Bluetooth wirelessly to my DJI Osmo 5 Pro, which is amazing. I still have my GoPro 11, but then you have to hook up a media mod. And with the DJI, it's chunky, I'll walk this. With the DJI, you can connect up to 2 mics, which is fantastic. GoPro 13, you're able to do that with 1 only, which, I mean, if you're holding it and doing an interview, that's fine. If you're recording solo, that's fine. But I like to have that secondary voice coming through. Heck, you could even, it's a magnetic mount, it's got a clip. You could even go for a solo ride, mount it down by your gear, get the sounds of the bike, some ASMR, but whatever you want to do. Plus the DJI, for me, has a better image. It sends the media right to my phone instantly. GoPro was, you gotta download it to the GoPro app, and then you have to download it to your phone. Just an extra step, and it takes so long. DJI, you can pair it with your data overlay like Apple Health or Garmin, IGP Sport, and you've got more flexibility to put different speed and power and all that overlay than you do with the standard GoPro. And I think GoPro took away their overlay options. I don't know if they brought them back or not. I had it on the 11, but you also have to make sure that it's connected to GPS when you ride. Like I said, just another step. Part of the DJI family, not paid, not sponsored. Bought everything myself. I've got their mini drone. Santa got that a couple years ago. I do use the Insta360 X4 for some 360 video. The 8K, I think it's pretty sweet. That does have the data overlay built into it as well. But yeah, moving away from GoPro. I've had GoPro since the Hero 3 Plus. I think I had the 5, Session 7. I bought the 8, never did the 9, I went straight to the 10, and now I have the 11. And now it's time. Nothing really changes. You can't get more stable than you're at, I think. Plus you can also stabilize it in post-processing apps. The DJI Osmo, damn, it feels like I'm sponsored here, but I'm not. The DJI Osmo 5, I find, doesn't have those little sun flares that GoPro is notorious for, especially if you go take a photo. You have those little clear whitish dots coming from the sun. DJI is superior when it comes to low light. Absolutely blows GoPro away. That's enough talking. I'll start riding. I'll get some music going. And I am listening to music on open ear headphones. So if you hear me singing, you can mute it, put the volume down, skip it. But that just means I'm digging the song. I feel like a Peloton instructor. No idea how they can talk for 30, 45 minutes and keep the watts up while teaching a class. I guess that's why they get paid the Peloton bucks. Let me take this time too. I just checked my YouTube channel. It's about 9 years old. Never really, I just basically uploaded to it so I could have a spot to share my files, and most of them are private, so I can go back and see that, because you do have the high quality, you don't have any quality compression loss. But yeah, 9 years. Really started to focus on YouTube 2023. And then just, I feel my content day by day is getting better. Went back and changed all my thumbnails. I don't know if that helped get more views from the past, but hey, it's more aesthetically appeasing. But yeah, well, I just checked on the way up here before this ride, and I hit 206,000 views and something like 3,000 or 4,000 thumbs up, which is amazing. Hit over 1,000 subscribers, so not losing any, just gaining slowly. So that means you guys like what I'm doing. Stick around. Appreciate that. If you've stuck around and you heard that little spiel, drop a line, comment. I want to follow you guys. Let's grow the cycling community on YouTube. Take my ideas, film with what I'm doing. Ain't no hate. I don't know if you follow me on other channels. I know my YouTube shorts, 28 days in February. So every day I'm putting together a 1-minute video of a cycling tip, trick, hack, product, gear, you name it, something that I feel passionate about. And let me tell you, it's not easy. Filming, having that creativity, editing, and compressing down to 1 minute so it can go on all the social media. But I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it involves my daughter to help me out. She's actually started doing her own reviews. We haven't published anything yet, but maybe we'll do a little guest blog. Whew. But I've heard people say, you're only doing that so you can make money, you're an affiliate, you're an influencer. I'll let you know, right now I'm in no position to start making any kind of money. Anything that you guys buy through links, through Amazon. Last year I cashed a check for $34. So, and especially this month of February, the 28 days of the tips, tricks, hacks, I'm probably gonna put, I'll probably put 50, where'd that come from? I've probably put about 50 hours worth of my time into it. So if you look at the $34 that I made all of last year for this 1 month of content that I'm creating, you do the math. I do it because I love it. And just know I won't publish any content that I'm not legally allowed to share or express my full opinions on. Cali Domestique will not be bought. So, watching my channel, everything that I review is truthful. It's actually been pretty good for the most part. I haven't really come across anything that I detest, hate, wouldn't use my own money to buy. Heck, I've reviewed stuff that I paid for out of my own pocket. But if you're still here watching this video, comment below, tell me what you're thinking about buying. It doesn't have to be a cycling product, it could be an outdoor fitness, something. Let me know what you're thinking about buying. And if I can get a review, send it up, post it, let you know before you buy it. I'd be more than willing and happy to do it for you. You support me, I'll support you guys. There's so much green out here. This rain has been a godsend. But look at this road. If we had no debris on this, gosh, I don't know. This would be such a sick road. I talked about what bike I'm on. Just in case you fast forward, I'm on the Canyon Grizl 7 aluminum, extra large. I'm 6'4", but I'm running some Specialized Pathfinder 47C tires. These are beasts. They do have the grip on the outside, and the center tread is smooth like a baby's, you know, buttocks. If you're on the fence, if you're new to cycling, and you want to know what kind of bike you should buy, let's just compare it this way. Big Bear Lake is at altitude. It's northeast of Los Angeles by about 2.5, 3 hours. You're up in the mountains. There's a lake, Big Bear Lake. The entire loop around is 25 kilometers or about 12.5 miles. I did the loop in better shape than I am now on a Cervelo S3 aero road bike, and I was able to do it in 1 hour and 9 minutes. There are some rolling hills, a few stop signs. For the most part, there's no traffic on the north side, and I did it in 1 hour and 9 minutes. Went back up with a few extra pounds on this gravel bike. I had 42cc tires on, and I was able to do it in 1 hour, shaved 9 minutes off. So if you're thinking about what bike you should buy, definitely start with a gravel bike. If you can only buy one, the gravel bike with the right gearing, tire combination, you can keep up to most road bikes. Heck, mine was faster. I also attribute that to not worrying about what kind of road I'm riding on. Whew. And what I mean is, on a road bike with your skinny tires, I was running 25s, 25 mil, and you're worried about any imperfections in the road. With a gravel bike, you're cruising over that. Man, these are some good photos. On the way back, I might have to stop and get some pics. But I've made it to the Nike Missile Base twice, both on a gravel bike. I had a Diamondback Hanjo 3. And what was the other one? I don't know. Maybe it was with my road bike. Giant TCR from 2014. But how perfect is this? There's a lookout on a clear day, which we might have. You can see downtown LA. There's some fog coverage. We'll try to get a bit higher. I'll make this route public on Strava, and the link will be below. What I do is, if you want extra climbing miles, you can park at the bottom and climb up Bear Divide Sand Canyon, and then it's 3 miles up on your left. What I did today, because I'm pressed for time, I parked at the Bear Divide picnic table, so you just have to backtrack a few hundred feet, go around or go under the gate for the closed motor vehicle traffic. and you're on it. Probably be best to do it on weekend because of all that construction blocking the throughway. I don't know how construction looks during the day, but hopefully they fix it. It looks like they are fixing it, so it should be open soon. Hopefully summertime we're back to riding these roads. From the picnic table area, Bear Divide picnic area, if you go down Little Tahunga, Little T, that's a beautiful road. That's all road bike riding. Then it drops you down to Foothill, and then you can come up through some of the canyons, Cagle Canyon, Lopez Canyon, and then do a loop back up the old road to get back up this way. Old road, Sierra Highway, Placerita, and then back up Sand Canyon. It's a nice little loop. Probably about 50 miles. A lot of climbing. Gosh, I'm not even 3 miles in. Having fun though, 30 minutes, 3 miles. Ugh, 10-minute mile. Should have kept hiking. I could hike that. Oh well. Like I said, we turn around and we get to go back. I just gotta remember I gotta hike around all that construction equipment on the way back. There's a cutout. Oh, there's LA. I'm gonna stop and grab a photo. There's a cutout on the other side of the mountain. It looks pretty sweet. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. Where are we here? Cool. You can see LA, even with a tiny marine layer of fog. I don't see the ocean though, I just see the tall buildings. It's funny, downtown LA's got a massive footprint, but we really don't have any skyscrapers. Like you go downtown Chicago, New York, Toronto, I mean, you're downtown and you can't even see the sun. The buildings are so tall. But Vancouver, I don't know why, they don't go high. And it's spread out. I guess you have your tourist attractions. You've got Hollywood, which is kind of like your two-story buildings. You've got your storefronts and then your apartments, office space upstairs. Downtown by Crypto Arena, Staples Center, some taller buildings, but I mean, you don't feel like you're in a populated downtown urban area. I love it, but maybe they just want all the homeless people to get that vitamin D. I used to work downtown at off Wilshire by MacArthur Park, and all I know is I need to be out of there by sunset. Not that there's anything wrong or anything is going to happen. It just gets very congested, and it's very difficult to maneuver and drive through people crossing the road, which is sad because most people living in LA, they're here because it rains twice a year, and of course it comes with mental illness and addiction. So we'll see. But going back to the big buildings, come on LA, let's build some skyscrapers. Today I'm wearing my LAPD baby blue cycling kit, Los Angeles Police Department, for those of you that don't know the abbreviation. Been part of the team for, since 2017 maybe. Great organization, great people. Trying to do more and more rides. Just hard to balance everything going on. But the cool thing about the LAPD rides, LAPD is a huge draw. So all I have to do is slap on my Action cam to my handlebars, throw some music in, and they do well on YouTube. And I think that mainly is because if you're on your indoor trainer, you need someone or something to ride with, why not ride with the LAPD? Biggest gang in the world. Throw it on the TV and spin. Come with us. Usually it's about 2 hours of film time. And they usually start at Police Academy, usually. And that's right beside Dodger Stadium. So let's try to get another World Series here this year, boys. I'm a baseball fan. I'm cheering for the home team, Dodgers, but born and raised just outside Toronto. Best baseball team in Canada, Toronto Blue Jays. Only baseball team, but Toronto hasn't done anything since 92, 93 when they won back-to-back World Series, but maybe that'll change. We'll see how the divisions go. It'd be nice to see a World Series playoff with Toronto and LA. Bring back Cito Gaston. We'll get a championship. Joe Carter for president. Dang, that brings me back. It's those famous moments in history, especially if you're a baseball fan or your team wins. Where were you in 1992 when the Jays won the World Series? I was 10, not to age myself, but I was watching them win at my uncle's house. Not to date myself, but I watched them win. Just outside Toronto, I was at my uncle's house. And even being 30 minutes from downtown Toronto, the streets were packed with fans celebrating. We had to drive home and it was just, I'll never forget that. Then what else we got? 92, same year as the Rodney King riots. I was at home. 94, the OJ chase. I was at home again. I remember I was watching it on TV. I don't know if I went to school that day and watched it afterwards, but I remember watching the white Bronco on the 405. What else we got? 2001 9/11. I remember I was working at a gas station, listening to the Howard Stern show, who had a window office in Manhattan, and he relayed everything that happened. I was listening live. I was on the other side of the lake when it happened. What else we got? That's all I can remember right now. We're 1,022 feet in, and almost 5 miles. Time of day, if you're wondering, is 11:22. Hey, a lot of washout. Oh, I wonder if they have it blocked on the other side when you come up. There's a few entrances, but man, that would suck if you came up this way on a dirt bike or an enduro and you could not get through. I know what they did. It's a safety thing. And Bear Divide Little T is notorious for weekend motorcycles, sports cars racing up through these canyons. I was on my road bike 11 years ago when I moved here, and I was riding with my wife. We were at the bottom of Bear Divide Sand Canyon Climb. She wasn't feeling good, so she stayed underneath a tree. But she told me one thing. She's like, go to the top, see what your time is on the KOM. It's only about 5 minutes, you'll be at the top. Okay, I was a climber at the time, and started off, gas, just gave it my all. 2 minutes in, okay, feeling good. Slow climb, about 5%. 3 minutes in, getting a little bit steeper. 4 minutes in, all right, got a steady pace going on. 5 minutes in, there's no end in sight. I gave it my all. She decided to be done in 5 minutes. I looked, there's a switchback way ahead, and then there's more climbing. So I keep going, and I don't know what her definition of time is, if her spatial awareness was off that day because she wasn't feeling well. But now I'm up to 10 minutes, still going. Got to the picnic area where we started today, where the KOM ended, and I was about mid 14 minutes. And I think I was top 10 at the time, which I was happy for, but 14 minutes is not 5. I mean, you can come down that thing in 5 minutes, but you're not getting up in 5. I wasn't getting up in 5 minutes. A couple years after that, 4 years maybe, 2018 Tour of California, Amgen Tour of California came with most of the Tour de France riders. Mark Cavendish, Sagan, Wiggins, you name it. I rode out with the captain of the LAPD police team where I park, and that was where one of the KOM sprints was. So we waited there, saw the pack come by, all the stragglers go through. We were parked at the time, they had Team BMC. The Sprinter van was right beside us, giving out nutrition to their riders. They hopped in the van and they drove down. Me thinking that it was done, I followed down behind. I'm drafting this Sprinter van, thinking I'm trying to catch the race. Just cooking. I'm 6'4" on an extra large bike, ripping through the canyons. I was gonna get a PR going down there. And the wind caught my deep dish carbon wheels and threw me to the side. I couldn't regain control, so I went down at 43 miles an hour. I'll try to overlay it. I've got GoPro footage on the front and back. Nothing I could do could keep me up. Boom. Abrupt stop on the side of the cliff. Any further, 10 feet more, I would have been down the cliff. I'm standing up on the side of the road, and pro riders passed me. What I thought was the end of the race, I went down and crashed in the middle of the race. So, thanks for joining my YouTube video. You're talking to someone who crashed during a UCI sanctioned pro race, stage race. Got down at the bottom on handlebars that were crooked, wiped the blood off, rode about 18 miles to get back home, went to the doctors, and admitted with a concussion. That's it, no broken bones. I'll probably try to sneak in 6 miles before I turn around. It is about a 30-minute drive from my house. Got family stuff today. And we gotta hike that back. See if I can get LAPD on here. Oh no, that's okay. Very solitude out here. All right, we're at 1181 feet climbed. I think this switches back. Man, this bike's creaking. I gotta get home and use my Pelly clean bike wash on it. Spray it on, hose it off. That's it. More time to drink beer. Wash your bike dry. Whew. These 47s really put a huge footprint on the ground. Let's see what these DJI Mini mics can do. I didn't bring the dead cat. One of the downfalls about the Mini mics is you can't plug a lavalier into it. There's no port, which is fine. I find even when I was using the Rode lavalier, which was supposed to be amazing, I still got better sound quality out of the DJI mics that I had. I just sold those so I can invest in another DJI 5 action cam. Try and do side-by-side videos with two different cameras, you're not getting the same quality, so. Or picture profile. There's a Nike missile base up top. I don't think I can make it there today. Yeah, this loop's way backing up. And I'm in the easiest gear, so we're at 10%. Whew. You can tell how much we climbed. I'm already at 1,263 feet. Straight up. Let me see on the map. Yeah, it's not too far. Shoot, it's 11:30. And if this road leveled out a bit, it wouldn't be an issue. We're at 11% now. I get it leveled out. Maybe. It's gonna be a fast roll back. It's all downhill though. Last time I was in this area, I could have sworn I was being stalked by a mountain lion or a bobcat up here to the right. You know that feeling you get? Someone's watching you. The hills have eyes. Speaking of eyes, watch my tip 16 spotlight video. So I'm using a back radar light that notifies you of cars coming behind you. Beautiful roads. I guess I have that climb to go down, back up. Yeah, this is a good spot to turn around. Should I turn around? Look at that climb. All right, I left about 10, been an hour and a half with riding. All right, let's keep going. I'll do it for you guys. I mean, we're almost there, right? This should level out a little bit. I won't talk now because I gotta climb. Sound like an animal behind me. He was just rolling rocks. How far are we? 9%. $1,515 feet, 18 feet now. Back to 9%. 11. Wasn't I going to quit at 11 back there? Yeah. I'm going to take a break, get a photo, maybe water. Whew. Nike Missile Base is up there by those towers. I think it goes up left. Oh man, I can see it. I gotta do it. Looks like Ellie's back. Oh, it's in the fog again. All right, let's do this. One of my tips was to put a gain bounce sheet in the back pocket to keep bugs away. I didn't think we were gonna have bugs swarming me today. I didn't even take my own advice. Not sure if you can see, but I do have the red shift suspension stem on the front, and they're out front flared bars for their drop-in bag, their kitchen sink. Love this pouch. And I also have their suspension seat post. They sent me this stuff for my Mammoth race, and it's like night and day. You don't realize, if I had to pick one item to keep, it's got to be the suspension seat stem, seat post. And just, if you bought one, you're thinking about buying one, pull the trigger, get it. You can adjust the tension, the spring inside. And a little word of advice, when you are setting it up, make sure that without weight on it, it sits up a tiny bit higher, because it will dip with the suspension when you sit on it. And what I found works best and almost mirrors, it's almost identical to my static seat post. Tilt the nose up ever so slightly. I find that with your weight, the compression, the dip, you're gonna get damn near close to what you were riding before you put that suspension seat post in. I really hope this audio is working. If not, I spent way too many calories burning when talking instead of riding. Going back to the microphones, when you do hook up the mics via Bluetooth to the Osmo 5, there is no receiver, so there's no automatic switching of the gain higher or lower, which might be a deal breaker for some. But when I hook up these mini mics straight to the DJI Osmo 5 Pro, the sound is better than I could do. There's very little noise reduction I need to do. Maybe today on the way back through the wind. But it's loud, it's clear, it's crisp. So good. And these mini mics, you can pick up one for like 89 bucks. I bought the pair with the receiver and the charging case, and it's still like $169. Up your audio game. 169 bucks. What's that? A fancy dinner in LA? Eat ramen one night. Get some mics. Heck, go out to eat ramen. Use the mics. Do some ASMR. Start a foodie blog. What's your niche? Bikes and ramen might be a good one. I'd watch that. All right. We're getting into some newer pavement over the years. This road doesn't look too bad. Looks like the vegetation's been here for a while before the rain, probably holding the soil together. That's one thing we had. LA just got blasted with rain beginning of the month, beginning of February of 2025. We got blasted with fires. Tons of fires. Pacific Palisades. Thousands of homes. Thousands of people displaced. Then we got all this rain, which caused all these mudslides because all the soil is loose. It's funny, we had a fire behind our house and we were on standby evacuation orders in Santa Clara, up by Six Flags Magic Mountain theme park. Across the road was mandatory evacuations. We were fine. We were set to go though. Got all the bikes ready. No, I'm just joking. We got the necessities, just one bike. But then yeah, after the fires happened, we got a few days of rain and it even snowed in the mountains. Santa Clara, if you're not familiar with it, it's only 30 miles north of downtown LA. So needless to say, with all that rain and the snow at elevation, all the fires were put out, which is super, super sad. I mean, it's something that you don't expect. We had 3, 4, 5 fires going all at once. We had the Altadena one in Pasadena, near Pasadena, Pacific Palisades. We had the Hearst fire. We had the Capia Canyon fire, which was called the Hughes fire. There's some out by Ventura. Ridiculous. We live in a dry area. We're used to having a small fire every year, but nothing like this. Mass destruction. It got so bad that the schools and work closed down the day after the fires just due to evacuation. Like I said, you might hear some singing. We've got some sugar pie honey bunch. You know that I love you. I don't love this climb. Help myself. I love you and nobody else. Bum, 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 sugar pie gravel climb. You know I hate you. Another good thing about gravel cycling is you hardly see anybody, and the world is your restroom. All right, if you stuck around this long and you're still listening to me jibber jabber, let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in this in LA area. I know we do the LA tourist, but I've had this idea since, oh gosh, 2003. I want to do a gravel poker run. And how that's different than the tourist ride is you're given a bib number with the LA tourist ride, and you're given GPS coordinates to find a book, and you rip out the corresponding page number to your bib number. First one back wins. What the poker run is, we would have, I would say, maybe 3 aid stations, but each aid station is on a gravel loop with decks of cards, face down, We'll have food, nutrition, fluid, bike repair. So you start the race or the ride. Yes, it's not really a race because you have to wait till everyone comes back. So you line up, you get your first poker card. This card has your initials on it, so you can't swap with anybody. You hit aid station 2, 3, 4. All the cards are face down. You pick one more card. Back to the finish line. You pick your 5th and final card. There'll be a tally board. Whoever's got the best or winning poker hand wins a monetary prize. After all the expenses are paid to put this race ride on, there'll be a pool. Depending more people you get, the more you could win. You'll have your initials on all the cards at each aid station handed out to you. And when you get back, we'll see what you got. In the event of a tie, it'll be a simple game of war. 3 cards down, you'll have to deck the 2 or 3 or 4 people with the top tying poker hand. We'll split a 52 card deck evenly. Face down, you can shuffle. You'll go 1, 2, 3 cards down. The 4th card will be the decision maker, the highest card. In the event we have another tie, 1, 2, 3, flip. This will determine the winner. So I think 3 aid stations would be plenty. Probably because it's 5 card poker, we'd plan it out to be a 50-mile gravel ride. So let me know in the comments below. Would you be interested? Would you drive up to North LA County? The route would probably include some castaic tapia and a drink water. Maybe mimic the Dirty Clarita gravel ride put on by CBS Cycling in Polchia. CBS Cycling is off of Lyons Avenue in Newhall. Check them out, a little boutique bike shop. But what do you think? We used to do that with ATVs all the time, and I've always actually brought the idea to California before COVID, so I want to say 2019, and just never took off. But with more and more people graveling, it's a perfect time. All right, still got reception. My GPS on my Garmin just gave me a notification. And it's from the feed. I picked 7 products I feel you're going to really like. Well, unless you can get me them now. Not interested. Hour, 7 minutes into this bike ride. Just over 6 miles. Getting a call. How do I answer this on this? Hello? What size am I? After this bike ride, I'm going to be a small. What brand? 12 and a half with Nike. Yeah, 12 for everything else. Bye. Well, my daughter phoned me. They're shopping at Nordstrom's Rack and they want to know what shoe size I am. So that means they're still shopping, so I'm still free to ride. Oh my gosh. That means they've been shopping for the last hour and 52 minutes. Oh. They've probably spent enough money to buy a new bike. Oh man, I got talking to you guys and I rode past the Nike missile base. The cutoff's up here, but all those towers are behind me now. All right, final climb up. I've actually never gone past this point. And like I said, we've done all this climbing in an hour. just over an hour, and we've climbed 2,000 feet. I'm in the easiest gear. I remember this climb. Loose, broken up, and steep. Thanks for pushing me to get up here. %, again with all this shite. I feel like walking it at this point, knowing that the fam's still shopping. My daughter that phoned, her name is Cadence, to go with the cycling theme. She actually just started a review channel, CCR, Cadence Cycling Reviews. I couldn't find her one day and she's in the garage with my ring light making content. It's all on her iPhone, so I'm gonna have to compile that and go through and see what she's got. Might have to steal some of her ideas. All right, I'm gonna pause this till we get to the top. Maybe I'll keep it going. Is this still going? Still recording. Whew. That's one thing with the battery life. DJI claims 240 minutes, which far exceeds double. I don't think my battery was fully charged when I used it last, because I got about just shy of 2 hours out of use. So, and I did not have a Bluetooth microphone sucking juice from it as well. So. This path looks like my Specialized Pathfinders. Smooth in the middle, rough on the outside. Half a mile further than I was planning on going. All right, I did a quick little pause and ride, just so I could save the battery. But we are getting up to the Nike Missile Base, Magic Mountain Wilderness. I'm gonna walk this a little bit. See you guys at the top. All right, we made it to the top of the Nike Missile Base. So we got a radio control towers up here, little office. Looks like 2 water towers. Can I get up there? It looks super sandy. Let's see. Somebody had a fire here. And all this graffiti was super vibrant when I was here. Look at this view though. I'm gonna try to duck down so you guys see. All right. So I don't know if you can see, but down here, you've got the underground bunkers. I'll try to get down there and see what we can see. But this is cool. Where else are you gonna find views like this? All right. Try to get this out here. Where are we? Cool. Size 1. All right, let's so that is the Nike missile base where communications were up here. I think there's a trail that goes down the backside, but I've never I've always just done it out and back on Santa Clara Divide Road. My battery looks like it's not going to last that long because I do have the microphone hooked up, and I think I had the DJI Mimo app on just so I could see what the view looked like before. So I was running off my phone. But you got to see a ride up to Magic Mountain, and definitely the views of Santa Clarita Valley. How beautiful is that? Look at that. There's a Facey building, it looks like. So this looks like it's Soledad. And like I said, there's a road that drops you down Indian Canyon Springs or Indian Canyon Road. But it's going to be steep and washed out. Plus my car's at the other way. So let's see how close we can get to these underground missile bunkers. Going to get a tan line today. 75.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Just minutes after noon, hour 23 ride time, and we are 11.75 kilometers, which is about just over 7 miles. Let's see if there's an easy way to get down. So there's that one. And I believe, is this more down here? Let me see. That looks like a road. Let's check it out. It'll drop down through the vegetation. Quick loop around. Yeah, so the ones off the 118, you can actually, last time I was there, the door was broken open and you can get down into it. But I didn't have a mask and I put my light down, and there's so much shit floating around, I didn't want to breathe that in. So, here we go. Here's a hatch. I'll put photos up. There's some cool looking stuff. But everything's all decommissioned underneath. Let's see if I can look underneath here. Oh, that one's propped open. Let me see if I can. Look at that down there. That's propped open. How do you get down there? Should I do it? All right. I'm gonna try to take you guys along for the ride. So here's a hatch that looks like it's bolted and cut and sealed. But down there is super cool looking. Might be a little slick to go down on. I gotta take a peek. I'm gonna pause this while I explore. All right, it says we have 20% left. Let's see how much recording we can get on the way back down. Went through a bunch of prickly bushes to get a few shots of the underground bunker. Something I would not be going underneath there for, oh, got it again. Shit. Whew, these prickles are everywhere. Protecting USA secrets, one thorn at a time. All right, there's another one down there. Super chill place, nobody around. That could be good or bad. Got some audio slave, like a stone, playing on the radio for my descent back down. Little side catch. It's funny, this road seems like it's the same condition as it was 6 years ago. Or was it, yeah, it was before COVID, so August 2019 was the last time I was up here. I don't know why I don't come up more. I explored this place once on my road bike. Then I remember my friend Timmy and I, we parked at the church down at the bottom of Sand Canyon and by the In-N-Out, you see off the 14. And then we rode up to Santa Clara Divide Road and then tickled this just a little bit. We didn't come up this far. We only did a couple miles, but it was more rideable back then. So yeah, if you're looking for a cool ride, pack a lunch, come up here. 6 miles, just over 6 miles to get there from the parking lot. All in all, it's probably going to be a 13-mile day. Going home will be a lot cleaner sailing. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the gravel side, break on through to the gravel side. Yeah. Jim Morrison. We chase our gravels there, chased our gravels there. If you silver all time we graveled, break on through to the fat tire side. To the fat tire side, break on through to the fat tire side. Woo! So now we've got speed and no dead cat, so we'll see how these little mini mics hold up. Everybody loves my baby. Everybody wants to gravel. She goes up. She goes up. She goes up. So doing this loop about 3 or 4 times, I've only ever seen, aside from today, and they weren't even on this trail, I've seen 2 dirt bikers, 2 mountain bikers, and 3 hikers. Now that I think about it, those people hiking, I don't know where the hell they came from. There's no car up there. There's a solo motorcycle at the picnic area, and they were already in past the sandbags. Break on through to the gravel side. Break on through. Woo! Another cool ride that we did, it's better if you hike so you don't have to worry about your bike. Morrison Cave is at the end of Coral Canyon Road in Malibu. Uh-oh, I hope that was just a stone. It's at the top of Coral Canyon Road in Malibu. There's a parking lot and you start headed east and you gotta be on the lookout for it, but it's sweet. This rock is the size of a house. They call it the birthing canal. You kind of squeeze up through this little channel in the back, but the entire rock is hollowed out and you can pretty much stand in there, definitely sit, and it overlooks the valley looking north. Jim Morrison was said to go up there, get high, drink, and then come up with inspiration for his lyrics. Last time I was up there, the entire inside was beautifully done with graffiti, but then the NPS National Park Service went in, restored it, blasted it with acorn shells so they could not damage any of the stone on the interior. And I think, I mean, with all the fires down there, it might be off limits now, but I think it's been beautified again with some eclectic graffiti and art. One of the things was Light My Fire, a little tribute to Jim Morrison, but it's just cool hanging out in the same place that Jim Morrison hung out with. I mean, you can go to the same buildings and hotels, but Mother Nature does not leave. That rock's going to be there forever. And the Morrison Hotel, I think it's already closed down. I don't know if they're renovating it or tearing it down for newer developments and condos, but from their album cover, Morrison Hotel, what, 5-cent rooms? That's not going to be there as long as the rock, I'll tell you that much. So go up Coral Canyon from the PCH Park, hike east. Just think back in the days when this was a road. You can still see the yellow line paint on it. What a beautiful road. I mean, sketchy as hell. I wouldn't drive it at nighttime, but... And to think when this road would have been passable, we didn't have cell phones. Yeah, look at this 2-lane road. Jesus. The one greatest reward of this entire ride is on the way home. You gotta go buy an In-N-Out, Cali style, animal style, Cali domestique style. And no, if you were wondering where the name came from, my daughter interviewed me to get some insight. Cali, obviously being California, and it's domestique, not domestic. Some people I've heard say. Not dominatrix either, so that'd be, that's for my OnlyFans. Cali dominatrix, feet pics, and cycling shoes. Ha! Wonder if there's a market for that. Forget the poker run, let's just do some feet photos. After a ride, we'll wear cycling shoes that are 2 sizes too small for 3 hours in the summertime, and we'll post those feet pictures. How much would you pay? I gotta talk about the handling of this bike. I went with aluminum just because I beat it, and I don't want to have to worry about a carbon frame. Plus the price was right. This thing came with the Shimano GRX for $2,100, right from Canyon. I bought it May of 2021, and I've got everything's original on it, except for the handlebars and the seat post, but we're talking about brake pads, chains original, brake fluid's never been touched. Oh my God, there's that hill climb. That should be the only climb out of here, but we're well rested and we've been going downhill for a while. And it looks worse than it is. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think that's where that little muddy mudslide rock fall is. Sing somewhat Cardi B, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up. Hopefully it's more down than up. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Morning. All right, another cyclist. What was he riding? I gotta go back and watch that footage. He was like an old hardtail. Shit. Gonna burn them titties. Buzzing on me. She's buzzing on me. Kind of had that Mormon look. If you're cycling with a white shirt and a black tie, I might have opened the door. Ha! Those Mormons, they come on bikes, so maybe that's a new target audience for me. Cali Mormonestique. Ha! Shit, I can make myself laugh. High on you and I, and really from a honeybee. Let's get the easy gears. Ooh, still got one left. I think I got a thorn in my finger from going down that little ravine through the glove. Ooh, mighty, mighty boss tones. The impression that I get is on the headphones. See if I can sing, climb, and catch my breath. I forgot to wear my heart rate monitor. Have you ever been close to tragedy or been folks who have? Can't do it. I see double everything right now. Ever had to knock on wood? Who has? No, not singing. You know when you think you know the lyrics, and then your VO2 max is at 480, and you can't see shit? It's the impression that I get. Oh, I got that one. I'll take a photo and ride. Oh, that's me. Rear facing camera, please. Come down to do or die, it's above the rest. No? Well, never had to knock on wood. No one who has. Taking pictures and avoiding the rocks is crazy, but beautiful. Where's that washout? I'm not a coward, I just never been tested. If I did, I think I'd be bad. Oh my God. Did I pass that washout? Huh. never knocked on wood, but I know someone who has. You're wondering if I should. I never knocked on wood, but I know someone who has. That makes me wondering if I could. Blasting 42K down the gravel road. Hey, hey! Oh man, that looked like a raccoon. A Raycon. Climb. Lucky me, it's my birthday. Oh, we climbed a bit. So it was about 2,100 feet of climbing on the way out. And we've only climbed 200 feet on the way back, and we're almost back to the hike-a-bike. This climb here is probably going to add about 150 feet, but nothing to write home about. Sweet. I told I gotta be home by 2 and it's only 12:30. And we're about 1.5 miles, 2 miles back to the car with the walking. We'll be back in no time. Oh, is this the photo op place? I feel like I was further along. Oh, there's gonna be a photo for sure. Hold on while I take a photo. All right. I don't think this is it, but this looks pretty. Let me look when I turn around. That might be it. That little landslide's a little moist still. Like I said, we had rained Wednesday, Thursday. A lot. Be perfect for mountain biking. We got annual passes up at Santa's Village Sky Park, Lake Arrowhead, Sky Forest. The place is amazing. Fun for the full family. Now I got Black Label Society playing. Some Zach Wild, guitarist for Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, after Randy Rhoads was killed in the plane crash. Zach Wild, what a super nice guy. Met him a bunch of times. He used to work out, he would go take his son to jiu-jitsu at the Bruce Lee martial arts facility that I managed. Lives out here, and you'll see him at Menchie's walking through the mall. He's got his long ponytail, his winter cap on, his winter toque, jeans, leathers, boots, you name it. He's not fancy. Staying humble, staying true to his roots. Super nice guy though. Depending on how much editing I'm going to do, I'll throw a pic of him and I up here. Lions, not sheep. You won't get that if I'm not posting a picture, but that's what my t-shirt said last time I took a photo with him. I think this battery's going to last. Super excited. It's so nice when there's a clear run right back down to the gate where we met the moto guys. Yo. Sorry, branch. Woo! Dang, some big rocks all peppered through this trail. I ain't dying today. Oh, is this the one we were talking about? No, this is kind of... Why these rocks gotta be so sharp? My boy. Picture time. We'll do a front-facing camera. Yeah. All right. Enough of this. Let's walk the tarps. So if you guys are watching this video and you're like, damn, he's flying, I'll say I slowed the video footage down. But if you're like, damn, actually no, I got that backwards. If you guys are like, he's flying, oh no, that's right. You'd be like, oh, he's going so slow. Be like, I slowed it down for you guys so you can take in the surroundings. That's a great thing about gravel bike. You get to explore these places that most people can't. They can't even drive here. And the one neat thing that I really like is I would rather do one of these rides where I can talk to myself the entire time through you guys and only do 15 miles compared to 60 miles when you're doing the same ride, same route. It gets boring after a while. We gotta mix things up a bit. We gotta go off the grid. I would guarantee 95% of the people that live in my city will not even go on this road. I don't even know how many people know about this, but you're a small percentage of people that get to go places where nobody else goes. And that's because of the gravel bike. Sure, you can hike it, but you're going to park and hike 7 miles to get to the Nike base without a bicycle? Good for you. We know the naked man can do it. Sun's out, buns and gun out. Sorry about that, the battery died just before we got back to the tarped up area where the road washout was. I am back to the car. I will put the link for the ride below. If you are in LA County or north of Los Angeles, check this ride out. Strava link below. Thanks for listening to me for the last almost 2 hours. Peace.